Y'all, the full moon has gotten me so emotional. And when I tell you, it's the little things that add up. It's not like one thing. Okay, I'm an Aquarius, y'all know this. But I also have Cancer in my chart. I have Capricorn in my chart. Um, I have other things in my chart, but mainly like my North Node is Cancer and my Venus is in Capricorn. So we're having a Venus retrograde in Capricorn, and thankfully it ends in a couple of weeks. But then we're also in Mercury retrograde, so everything, and then the full moon in Cancer. So everything has intensified, and I'm coming on here looking ragged because I'm feeling ragged, but I'm trying to be transparent because I know somebody's out there, um not, if not today, but in the future might have the same like feelings. Sometimes some people do things just to see you react, just to, I mean, like, and you just have to find an outlet and go make your life happy again. Um, and if not happy, at least peaceful. I just went to the craft store and got some materials for my candles and got some materials. I went to Home Depot and I have a project going on at home because I'm still trying to recover from the snowstorm from last year. Set off, right? Setting off. And then some other things are happening in my life that are just intense. Like they're intensifying because it's a full moon, Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde. And I'm gonna be like, I'm not all light, love and light and all the time. I'm just not. I'm not gonna pretend to be. Sometimes, I mean, if you ever known an Aquarius, we can get pissed off. But the thing is like we let things rack up and rack up and rack up and rack up. And that was 222 on the phone. Rack up and rack up. And then it's like, I just saw a meme earlier today. Is like, I gave you 100 chances. Like, seriously? You haven't learned from those hundreds of chances that I gave you? I'm about to go off. Like that is the mood today. And then don't even talk about, it's all super, I don't know if you can see that, but it's dark outside. It's about to rain. I mean, it's gloomy, which I love the rain. That's me. I love the rain because it just, like, you can, and, staying at home, getting stuff done, just sitting up with my laptop, doing some work is great. But today, the day after a full moon in Cancer, during Venus retrograde in Capricorn, and Mercury retrograde in Aquarius. Well, it's Mercury retrograde in Capricorn and Aquarius. So that's 333 on the phone. Oh my gosh. Y'all probably think I'm totally off my rocker, but I have these days, and I'm just showing you that I'm having this day. I'm having one of those days where I'm just like, everybody, and that was being nice. F everybody, and it's like somebody said, F everybody, no, F you and everything you stand for. Like, I'm having one of those moments right now. And everyone being nice to me. Okay, I'm not gonna say everybody. Like, strangers were good. Like, cause you're nice to me and you don't even have to be, right? So I was in the store and people are like smiling behind their mask, but you can tell in their eyes. And like the cashier was cool, like everything was cool. But people who know, not saying people who know me, but I'm saying like anybody that I come in contact with, it's like, what do you want? I'm not feeling it. Or you want to text me? Oh, I'm not feeling it. Like, you want to talk to me? I'm not feeling it. Like, I'm actually I actually saw, and now I feel like I was talking to someone that I trust earlier, and I was saying how, transparency moment. When I was little, I I had my when I was little, my parents took me over to my aunt's house in New York. She had an apartment in New York. And we were walking in the front door. Don't know why I am feeling this right now, or feeling like I have to. Maybe this is my purging moment, my full moon release. Because you know, the full moon is powerful. The day, like 3 days before and 3 days after. So I guess I'm releasing this. But when I was a little kid, my parents took me to the house. And I love my family. Like, my family was awesome. Like, they're super, like, the family that, you know, the family that I loved and that cared for me, love them. They're amazing. I love all of my family, but I'm saying, like, there's certain people that I was very close to. Anyway, my dad and my mom, we walked into the apartment, and I was little. Must have been about 4, maybe 5. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, we walk into her apartment. I can see it in my brain, and she is fussing and just carrying on, and she's like talking about the bills and people and just going off. And she takes off past us, past out the door, and we never saw her again. And I guess a few days later, from what I was told, they found her in the river. She had committed suicide. So, I'm sharing all of that to say that this is serious. Like, mental health is serious, spiritual health is serious. Like, if you don't have anything to fall back on, you don't have anything to, if you don't have anything to bring you peace, like, find it, okay? Be on the search to find your peace. If you can't find it in front of you, like the things that are around you, just go for a walk. Okay, do something good for somebody else. It doesn't have, you don't have to pay for anything. You just do a good deed, or, you know, ask a stranger if they need help with something. You know, I don't know. Get out there and be somebody's peace, because we don't have a lot of it in this world. It's like, as soon as you get peace, something pops off. And that's how I feel right now. And I'm saying, I was talking about my aunt, because my aunt felt like she was at the end of her rope. And I can feel it. Even now, I can feel it. And like I told y'all, I've been an empath my whole life, not knowing it, not knowing that I can pick up the feeling of people, and being visited by spirits, and just all of that. So, side note, my dream with Nipsey Hussle, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that video. But yeah, like, not having any other options, it was like she had done something. I feel like, from what I was told, she was so trusting, and so, I know she was smart. Like, that's what everyone says. She's so smart. She's an amazing person. And that's what people will say about you after you're gone. They were an amazing person. They were this, they were that. And like I said, I was little and I was feeling it. I could feel her despair. I could feel, and I'm feeling it now. And there are other relatives that I felt their pain. I felt literally heavy. Okay, like when my grandmother had her first stroke, I was in my new house, like no, what was, yeah, I was in my new house, several miles away, and my whole side went limp, went numb, and there was nothing that I could do, and I was like just laying there and not even knowing what was going on. And then I go to work that night because I was working overnight, and I'm sitting at my desk, and they're calling. My family's calling me. They called me in the morning before I got off, and they were like, "Yeah, we wanted to wait to talk to you." And I'm just like, "What?" Because they know I went to work at night, so they didn't want me to. They didn't want to bother me on my shift, and so they were like, "Yeah, your grandmother's in the hospital. She had a stroke." And when I found out that it was her left side, like, it was like, I knew. I felt it. I knew that I could feel, like, I could feel her just, like, I could feel her confusion. I could feel her pain. I could feel the numbness, everything. I could feel it all. And so that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, I could feel my grandmother. I could feel my aunt. And even to this day, like, I could feel her spirit of despair. And she had been nice to people, and she had been caring and loving and giving and whatever. And she got treated so dirty by the people that she trusted. And, like, I just say, find your peace. When you feel like you're in despair and someone is just, like, people around you are not getting it. Let's put it that way. People around you are not getting it. Find someone who gets it. Find someone who is going to, like, help you through this. And if not, go through it. Because if you go through it and you get through it, you'll be stronger on the other side. Because, like, at this point in my life, I'm not mean about it, but I'm like, I don't need any of, like, I don't need people. That's an Aquarius thing, right? But I'm saying, like, I don't need people to fluff me up. I don't need people to boost me up. I'm happy with sitting by myself watching In the Heat of the Night reruns. And I will say that it was a good day. So, this is me just sharing my life, sharing this weird moment that I'm having, emotional moment that I'm having. Like, happy full moon in Cancer. Oh my gosh. I might go running later. I mean, running is cool. I'm maintaining my weight. I'm tightening up in a few spots. And I've added weights. I'll talk about that later. But anyway, yeah, mentally healthy, spiritually healthy. You can find your peace and heal yourself, because, like I said, a lot of people just, they like to watch you go through things. It makes them feel better for whatever reason. Dark, twisted self. Just go through your emotions and feel them, and if you're an empath, feel others' emotions. All right, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful, is it Wednesday? Yes, it's Wednesday. Wonderful Wednesday. Wonderful emotional Wednesday. This might be Spirit's time to tell me to, like, chill. Like, seriously chill. Go watch, like I said, go watch, not the ID channel. That's too dark and twisted right now, but In the Heat of the Night reruns, or Matlock or something. I don't know. Yes, I love Matlock. Yes, I love In the Heat of the Night. Don't judge me. Have a wonderful Wednesday, everyone, and just stay focused, and yeah.